Hi guys, you're on the JRB tree climbing channel. I am really excited about this climb. Now first, I want to give a little bit more background information because it turns out there's more and more folks joining my channel who aren't necessarily saddle hunters. We have recreational climbers, we have arborists, there's such a thing as climbing therapy. I had no idea. We have all kinds of folks joining the channel, and I want to give just a little bit more background information. So this stationary doubled rope climbing method was devised for saddle hunters, and I've introduced it earlier on my channel as I continue to refine it. Off season, when I'm not climbing for purposes of hunting, I love doing recreational climbs. What you'll find as you go on as a climber is once you understand the security of your climbing system, it just becomes fun to climb a tree. It's effortless and it's just fun. So I was walking around in our local watershed and I found this giant sycamore, and I was here about a week ago. I had my throw ball. I put a throw line up in the tree. See my prior video on how to use a throw ball. And I left the line here so I could come back today and do this climb. It's never been done before. It's a take one situation. You might hear planes and trains and helicopters and automobiles, but we're gonna keep rolling. I'm gonna climb this tree. So about my system, this is it. Right? I wear it in. I'm wearing a hunter's saddle. You could be using a climbing harness, an arborist saddle, or anything else. And I wear my climbing rope. Now, there's no mechanical devices involved with my climbing method. It's all friction hitches. And in fact, I devised the friction hitch that you'll be seeing here today. We call it the JRB Ascender. But I simply uncoil my rope. It's a butterfly coil. And then I'm going to affix it to the line. There's various ways to do this. This is the no metal solution today, just using a girth hitch on the end knot. And I'm going to put my climbing rope up and over this massive sycamore. So there was a friction hitch on the line that went up and is returning down to me now. And see, because it's so minimal in its profile, it would really take a lot for it to get caught in the tree. And obviously that didn't happen. It didn't get caught in the tree. And on the other side, I've got an identical friction hitch. And we have an option of putting a handle on our JRB Ascender hitches. For fun today, I took the handle off of the left side, and I have the handle left on the right side. And folks ask me all the time, which I prefer. Well, I prefer the handle. It's doable without it, and it's easy enough to put back in. So if I were to put the handle back in, it's a very, very simple matter. That's it. It's a tiny little carabiner back in. Okay, so I have two bridges on my saddle. It's actually a new design, and I'll be showing you that soon. And all I have to do, I didn't have to tie any of those friction hitches. All I have to do is clip into the system. That's all I have to do. I need my foot loop, excuse me. So I've got two foot loops that I brought with me today. This is the very one I created, the JRB Garda Hitch Footloop. You saw me create that in a prior video. It has two loops at the bottom, one for each foot. I find in practice, I have got a strength profile. I never need 2 feet. So I prefer the one with only one loop. The Garda Hitch is a progress capture device, which I perfected with a bull hitch variant, and you'll see how that works on my system as a foot loop. Get my bridges adjusted where I want them. Okay, so here's how it works. I step up, and then I shove these friction hitches up. That's how it works. Step and shove. Sometime during the climb, your foot's going to come into contact with the tree, and you'll use it to orient yourself. A spectacular view. Well, I'm looking forward to coming back and spending some serious time up here, but let's just get on with the rappel. Now watch this move. With one hand, I'm going to break both of these friction hitches that are holding my entire weight and switch my weight down onto my Munter friction hitch. Let's watch that. Come down nice and slowly. Now the system has built-in redundancy both on the way up and on the way down. On the way up, if my friction hitches didn't hold for any reason, I'm still tied in to my Garda Hitch Footloop. And on the way down, I've got those friction hitches still there being tended by my right hand, and I'm gently allowing slack in with a Munter friction hitch. But if something went wrong, I suddenly let go for any reason, those friction hitches bind. They still bind, and they can be broken again, and you can resume with your rappel. You've got redundancy on the way up, redundancy on the way down. So I did promise you at one point in time I would be showing you some different climbs on some different trees, and we've just been too busy with other things. And so when we get back to that, I do want to show you some fun stuff, like at the other end of this system. This has been on here. There's some other goodies there. Well, turns out I figured out a way to combine what we call this JRB double rope climbing system with that other climbing system, the hitch climbing system. And I've been testing it out for the last 6 months or so, and I've got some other new developments which will make it even more versatile. So watch the channel for that. Once again, JRB Tree Climbing, thanks for all your support.